It's funny. Sometimes the simplest words we use every single day, the ones we don't even think about, are the ones holding the most amazing stories. And today, we're going to crack one of those secrets wide open, just by looking at one tiny word.
So, we're going to start with a word you absolutely know. I mean, you've probably already said it today, and that word is cover. But trust me, this simple word is actually the key to a much, much bigger idea about language itself.
Okay, so first things first, the obvious meaning, right? Cover is a verb, it's an action. You put something on top of something else, like I cover myself in blankets. Super simple, we all get it.
But hang on, it's not just an action, it's also a noun, a thing, like the cover of a book. So, right out of the gate, this one little word is pulling double duty. It's an action and an object. That's a seriously efficient word.
So it's a useful word. Big deal, right? Well, this is where the story gets really interesting. Because if you actually dig into its dictionary entry, you find something that doesn't quite belong. Right at the bottom of the page, tucked away, there's this weird little tag. It just says BE850. I mean, it looks like some kind of serial number or a bit of computer code, not something you'd expect to find next to a simple word like cover. Which, of course, leads us to the big question for this whole explainer. What on earth is B850? Well, the page itself gives us our first clue. It flat out says, cover is on the basic English 850 list. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. It's not a spy code, it's a list. But here's the thing. This isn't just any list. That little code, BE850, is actually the key that unlocks an entire system, a whole way of thinking about language called basic English. And that number, 850, well, that's the magic number. It's the total number of words and the entire basic English system. That's it. Just 850 words to say pretty much anything you need to. To put that in perspective, most of us use tens of thousands of words. So, why would anyone create a language with so few words? Well, the whole idea was to make a super simple version of English for people all over the world to use. It's designed to be really easy to learn, and it's all about clear, direct communication. No frills, just the essentials. Okay, so let's bring it all back to our hero word, cover, and see why it made the cut for this super exclusive list of 850 words. For one thing, it's incredibly versatile. A word like cover isn't really just one word. It's like a whole family. From that one simple word, you can get covers, covered, and covering. So the system gets a ton of mileage out of just one little entry. And don't forget, it's got two jobs. It's an action and it's a thing. That makes it a real powerhouse. I mean, why have two separate words when one awesome word can do both? That is the whole philosophy of basic English in a nutshell. So you see, words aren't just on this list because they're common. They're chosen because they are powerful and flexible. Cover is like a Swiss Army knife of language, and that's what makes it so special. So, what's the big takeaway from all this, from this deep dive into just one dictionary page? Well, it's a really powerful reminder about simplicity, about the amazing power of saying more with less. The whole idea behind basic English really shows us that you don't always need big, fancy words to get your point across. A small, carefully chosen set of words can be unbelievably effective. Sometimes the clearest way to be understood is just to be simple. And that kind of leaves us with one last question to chew on. How much of your world, your thoughts, and your big ideas could you really communicate with just 850 words? It sounds like a challenge, for sure. But you could probably say a lot more than you think.